State for general duties and also representing the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, Honorable Musasizi, our good friend, Dr. Richard Newfarmer, the IGC Country Director for Uganda and Rwanda, and our long-standing old friend and partner, the Auditor General of the Republic of Uganda. You are most welcome with your team. All government officials, I can see so many of them in your different capacities. All the participants who are going to present papers, the different professors whom we invited here, all of the staff of IGC, our partners from different fora, the private sector, the civil society, academia, the media, and all of you, the people of Uganda, who are in the room and those who are on television and those who are streaming live on different platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. And it is a great pleasure that I welcome you to this year's high-level forum. As you know, this forum is an annual event which we've held for 8 years now, and it is a vital platform for us to discuss on how to accelerate Uganda's economic growth. It's called Growth Forum. We would want to grow this economy much faster and sustainably, and we want to do it using evidence-based strategies, interventions. So this forum is a very critical platform. Aligned to this year's theme, which already the MC has indicated, we want to concentrate this year on how to seize opportunities. I know we have so many problems we discuss. This year it's about how do we take advantage of the environment and seize opportunities to promote structural transformation, to see that we grow, but at the same time we change the structure of the economy, the sectoral composition, the employment, and so on and so forth. I am confident that this forum is going to be able to contribute viable insights to support our goal of growing the economy tenfold in the next 15 years. I see here a number of people from my ministry who are working tirelessly to ensure that this task is achieved. We want to grow the economy, dear Ugandans, tenfold in the next 15 years. And we hope you can guide us in this forum. Now, despite facing a number of global challenges, particularly the tighter financial conditions, the supply chain disruptions we've seen, we have seen a number of shocks also here, drought, Ebola, some floods, so on and so forth, a number of them. But also we have also had false alarms, a number of them. Despite all of that, Uganda's economy has demonstrated very impressive resilience by achieving a growth rate of 6% last financial year. And this performance significantly surpasses the sub-Saharan African average of 3.8% last year, and a global average of 3.2%. Uganda's strong economic growth has been driven not by good players only, but by good economic management, by investment in infrastructure development, by investment in human capital development, by deliberate government programs for agriculture, for agro-industry, for oil and gas, for parish development model, for also providing a conducive and stable macroeconomic environment. So it is growth which has come from hard work. And I would want to encourage everybody to keep on track to ensure that we can sustain what we have achieved, but propel now the economy to a higher level of growth. We have also seen government proactively supporting businesses to recover from the shocks, including COVID-19, in different areas. We know them. And we are continuing with this industrial policy. It's a deliberate government policy of supporting strategic businesses so that they can support the growth of the overall economy. On the external front, the country has also continued to attract more foreign direct investment, as well as getting back remittances from Ugandans living and working abroad. The total foreign direct investments have increased now to $3.01 billion as at the end of April 2024. In particular, increased FDI was observed in oil and gas sector, and this has spurred economic activity, especially in infrastructure and services. Similarly, remittances have risen to $1.43 billion in 2023 from $1.25 billion the previous year. Exports have also increased quite significantly. Coffee, for example, where government has been deliberate in investing over time, has seen the earnings rise from $845 million in 2022-23 now to $1.143 billion in 2023-24. We are now having a $1 billion coffee industry in terms of export receipts. And this, coupled with the recovery of the tourism industry, has boosted the country's foreign exchange earnings. That's why usually some people ask, where does Uganda get dollars? Because there has been a pursuit of dollars in the region and beyond in recent years. Not years, recent months. Some countries have been facing challenge of foreign exchange. Uganda is not one of them because we have a deliberate program to promote exports, foreign direct investment, and remittances. And that's where the dollars are coming. They are not coming from any other sources. Despite the steady economic growth, Uganda's longer-term growth also still has some risks, including climate change. We are aware of it. We have also some regional and global geopolitical tensions. Still, the interest rates at the global scene are still relatively higher than desirable. with, I think, the SOFR is about 5.3%. And that means you can't borrow anywhere below about 7-8% when you include in the margin. So the interest rates are still quite high. And also we have fluctuations still in commodity prices. So we are mindful of these risks and how disruptive they could be. And I hope in this fora we shall be able to discuss a number of mitigations for them. The Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development has now come up with a strategy, as I've already told you, to grow the economy from $50 billion in 2022-23 to $500 billion by the year 2040. And we are targeting the 4 areas where the bet is showing us that we are going to do well. The ATMs, agro-industrialization, tourism development, mineral development, including oil and gas, and then science, technology and innovation, including ICT. The plan aims to double GDP every 5 years. It's an ambitious plan, but also raise GDP per capita from $1,146 to $7,000 by the end target year 2039-40. We also want to increase savings. Ugandans are saving about 20% of GDP. We want to save by the end of this program or this strategy 40%. We want to double the savings effort of the country. We want also to raise exports as a share of GDP from 12% to 50%, but also attract more FDI into the country from the number I've given you to about $50 billion by 2040. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, as I reach the conclusion, this forum this year is intended to discuss ways through which we can harness opportunities for achieving the envisioned growth, the growth which is tenfold. We would want to see double-digit growth per annum. Where I was looking at the numbers from Dr. Musisi, between about 2000 to 2010, we had an average growth rate of about 7.3%. Between 2010 and now, we've had an average growth rate of about 5%. This is unacceptable. We want to see this doubled. The average growth rate should be at least 10% in the next period for us to achieve this. So we would want to see how do we harness the opportunities for achieving this, and we are going to discuss how we could boost the incomes of Ugandans through structural transformation, how we can promote industrial development and exports, because industry is one sure way of not only achieving high growth and sustaining it, but also changing the structure of the economy so that most of Ugandans can now engage in the modern sector of industry. And also we want to discuss how we could leverage climate change as a growth opportunity. And we cease to look at it as a problem, but how we can adapt and take advantage of climate change. How also we could overcome financing constraints and use urbanization to enhance economic opportunities. We will also focus on high productivity service sectors like tourism, business services, to drive diversification and innovation. And these efforts are crucial for achieving our ambition, which I've already told you. In conclusion, therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to put our minds together, but not by using opinions, but well-researched papers to help us to inform our growth agenda. And I want to express my sincere appreciation to the International Growth Center, IGC, for the partnership with us. And the outcomes are going to be very significant when we deliberate here in advancing our efforts towards growing the size of the economy tenfold. It's therefore my great honor to be here, and I will take the opportunity now to invite Dr. Newfarmer to come and address you, and